Yeah.
Can I just ask as well here, right? Because another Forex game we reviewed quite recently was Age of Empires, right? And
Yeah.
basically we weren't. Do you think this has higher spend potential, or will do better
Age
than
of
Age of
Empires has
Empire?
high spend potential,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Age of
Yeah,
Empires.
but terrible marketing.
But won't
Yeah.
help both of them. Yeah, I'll have the comparison here. I'll show you the let's say the shape of a Western Forex and the shape of a Chinese Forex. You understand?
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Matei drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the sky. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Matei, Felix, Shaka bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matei, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jacob's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matej Lancharic,
I'm Felix Broberg.
And I'm Jakob Demjar.
and we are your hosts. Welcome, everybody. So today we're gonna talk about DC Dark Legion, which is a game, and it's a Forex game.
Another one of my like childhood cartoon like biggest
Your
things I ever
favorite
did.
episodes.
Just bastardized by Forex.
Favorite episode. Forex
Everything is
full of
Forex.
ads.
Yeah.
Everything's Forex. Yeah, oh yeah. The listeners, you should listen to our Everything is Forex song on 2.5 Gamers music album. Hey.
Because everything is Forex.
I know, it is. And there's a lot of interesting stuff, actually. It's not dead yet, which is nice. I mean, we were just talking about the Fund Plus portfolio, which is half dead, I guess.
We're gonna talk like a little bit
yeah,
more into context
please.
of what this is. But let's start. Do we start with the game? I actually want to do this like I show and you guess stuff as usual.
Oh, it's not as usual, but I get it. You tried that like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So
I won every single time we did this, by the way. Maciej never won.
Okay. So
I mean, come on, man.
I'm really curious
You know
now.
it's true.
Well,
Okay,
Maciej is the half
so you
gamer,
both-
right?
So just for clarification, you both didn't even open the thing, did you?
No.
No.
It's
Felix-
Forex, man. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Forex. Like
I
it's
can't,
just
I can't play this.
We'll be the judge of that at the end. Let's go. Okay, numbers, just like very brief, just the basic numbers.
No.
Very basic numbers. The game. Yeah, we'll go and play. So it's doing currently something between 350, 400k a day. Launched on March 12th. That's it. Global launch. Soft launch on
Yeah,
February
global launch.
21, 2025. Yeah.
Late 2023, Mr.
Okay, but that's what Sensor Tower says.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's not what everybody else and even Reddit says. So, thank you very much.
It was announced much sooner, definitely.
Even in soft launch, but sir, come on.
So, or maybe let's start with the usual. I think we should do this one as always because it's the best part.
Best part. Let
what
me
is the
know.
best part?
And like it always comes
With these
back to
Forex games, onboardings are super important. So we do the comment at first 15 minutes.
Full screen.
Yeah. It's full screen. So you have the cinematic. There's the main villain character, which is like
which
combination
is
of
laughing Batman.
laughing Batman / Joker, clone, whatever, something.
Earth is
seriously,
being
it's
invaded by a
laughing
blind
Batman.
guy?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever. Yeah. So we move.
He sees everything.
He sees everything, even though he's blind. The usual guy.
It's like they are like Daredevil.
Yeah. So we have some multiverse shit, some like
Fake Thanos.
Thanos from which we go on, blah blah blah. We continue. We write our name. That's great. And then it starts to go into this kind of I think first was a question like which side do you want to pick on or something, either Batman or Green Lantern, and then you start in Batcave. So immediately from the get-go,
Green Arrow, not Green Lantern.
Green Lantern comes later. Yeah, Green Arrow is the guy. So we start with this Fallout shelter-like visual. That's the first thing, which is very reminiscent of the High Seas Hero setup that was done
Yes.
there in the onboarding. And we move on and we start upgrading these rooms, and there's like saving Wonder Woman with this like seems like Stargate sarcophagus, but whatever. We continue and we start to kind of develop our whole shelter. There's electricity, stuff like that. Not much kind of on the battling side. Lots of dialogue, lots of like DC themed stuff. Batman walks in, even though you don't
Finally.
have him in your inventory. And then we get this kind of crisis tower, crisis response, whatever thing that they have there, which is their, I would say, gameplay on rails mechanic that they're doing. This is very important because this game actually is more closer to something like Apex Girl / Top Girl because
Yes.
it's simplified 4X. This is definitely out of our usual 4X stake that we take every single month, where we have all the Last Wars, Dark Wars, King Shots, Whiteout Survivals, and everything. This is more of a Top Girl style, streamlined of 4X. We'll
Is
get
it-
the main differences later, but just saying.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is it because there's no map?
There is map,
I mean,
but it's very, very specific. There are actually no soldiers. There are no soldiers in this game. So even Top Girl has soldiers. This
yeah.
doesn't even have
Well,
soldiers.
fans.
Yeah, it's fans. But it's like simplified soldiers. So we start opening gacha stuff. There's two gachas. One is this like cube one. Then there's the main one.
It's a mother box.
Yeah, motherboard, whatever. Like DC stuff.
Yeah.
Like franchise.
Come on.
The one that's always the second. So we continue. Blah blah blah. Then we have, of course, our use. Like this is basically their version of radar scanner, where we have these quests, and on top of that they have the like let's say main campaign. This is the on rails gameplay. This is like super interesting. I'll show you. So it starts there, and then we get this AFK journey style combat. It's literally AFK journey. There's like nothing else to it. And then it continues. We kind of go through it, and I think the tutorial ends somewhere around Wonder Woman. What? Wonder Woman getting healed and like helping our team or whatever. Yeah, so as usual, it doesn't start with the 4X at all. So
I mean, obviously.
yeah, because there's no 4X actually in this game. You'll see.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so let's go one by one again about these features. This thing, the Fallout shelter stuff. Do you remember what it was in High Seas Hero?
Yeah, Frozen City.
Yes. Do you know what it is here?
Same thing. Or
What
Hustle
difference?
Castle.
What's this menu?
You have to decorate them?
No. This is again Frozen City.
I said, like, is it
You
Frozen
said that
City
to
again?
begin with, yeah.
So this is basically the same thing that they took from High Seas Hero, which is the iterated version of Frozen City in Fallout Shelter like visual, where you have these like objects that are being like added. Like for instance, these are all living quarters. For instance, the equivalent on King Shot would be like these 3 living houses on Frozen City. So all are the same. Let's say upgrade the new one. I need to start from scratch. For instance, I don't know, hospital. Again, I need to upgrade all of these machines one by one and like get it there, blah 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 blah. So they have like idle part of Frozen City. That's there. There's no temperature, even though they have power plants and shit. There's the usual kind of
And shit,
whatever this even
it's your
means.
soundbite.
Yeah, so health, stamina, mental acuity, camaraderie, whatever. So these are let's say, living conditions checks or whatever. So this is taken from, again, something like Frozen City or High Seas Hero, but it's not that kind of bad, or let's say the power plants and everything.
Can we pause a little bit, Yaku? I just realized. Do you have a light ring? You're fucking light as like you've never been.
No, that's because of this. So if we go,
Oh, because of the white
Yeah.
background. Okay. Oh wow!
He's
Thank God
Casper,
you
Casper
leave,
the
actually.
friendly ghost.
Yeah.
no, man, no way. Okay, so We have like
Fair.
we have the Frozen City Fallout Shelter style onboarding. So it's the second iteration of that. That's one that's high C0. So far, same. Then what we get later is the map with the scanner. So we have the typical kind of dispatch quests and like go here, go there, blah
Yeah.
blah blah, dispatch.
I mean,
This would happen on the Forex map. This is not happening on the Forex map. This is happening on this like very specific version of Forex map because they have this. For instance, if we go here, so we have the quest. And we can, by the way, go seamlessly from that quest to these other options. Like, doesn't need to go from the main menu. Like, we can go there, and you have these other players. And I think this is the only like 24/7 mechanic of PvP for other players. This is similar to those tracks that you have in Last War or Last Z or whatever the River games then play this, where I can attack other people's scanner or radar missions and I have a chance to get the chest and some loot and
Yes.
whatever, I'll
please
probably
infiltrate.
I'll get my ass kicked here because the guy's like
Oh yeah.
8K over whatever. But these are those tracks that you see all over the place going over Last War Z. But that's it. I can't see like any players' bases here. I can't see any like neutral monsters, whatever. There is nothing there. And I can even go search, by the way. Because remember, radar is something that's like the streamlined search function when you would start from like level number monster level number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then bosses, blah blah blah. And you like work your way from this point, but there's nothing here. It's just nowhere there. What later unlocks is this occupation map, which is basically the same map. It's server based, so this is my server basically. There's multitudes of these maps, and it's being taken through these Guardian challenges. So there was a Guardian challenge today because even yesterday this hall was just completely blank. So it's done through this kind of a clan system territory. Yeah, we go here. And there's like no occupied cities, please wait for Guardian Challenge to start. So at some point, Guardian Challenge will start, and we go into occupation map. It goes after like hidden city or whatever. Dark. San Francisco, let's pick that one. So San Francisco or this one,
Opal
Opal
City.
City. So there's a guy who won this, which is now having it, and he has some other officials. And to speed this up, this is actually how it looks like. It's pretty much this kind of a clan war event that's happening periodically, but it's not 24/7 because this is the main thing. Like, and this is the only form of PvP I think that they have there, like except the infiltration tracks. That's the one that's being done because you go here, you see as the guys kind of showing us here, you pick one of those cities as a target and you go and like attack like some of those points, which you get different points for attacking different stuff on the map, like productive buildings, towns, and actual cities. You get these different points if you hold them during this thing. And then other people kind of go after you. You see, like, there's the actual kind of map. It's much more faster because it's not that ongoing persistent world map that we're used to from the normal Forex. It's just these like PvP based events, and that's it. And keep in mind, we're just sending our heroes there. I haven't seen, like, if we zoom back here, so you see what he's doing. This is basically his hero team, and that's it. No soldiers, which means no destruction of property, which means much shallower economy. So, of course, it's
So
driving the hero
simplification,
collection.
they made it simple and given up depth as a result,
They
right?
have
So
given up the infinite depth mechanic,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
The most important mechanic, in my opinion,
In
regarding
Forex.
Forex.
can I also say that compared to Kingshot, this looks so much less visually appealing?
Yeah,
It
because
depends on who
Kingshot
you
is
ask.
Yeah,
now
I
that
guess.
we know, because Kingshot is based on indie Link from Steam,
Yeah.
which is called Thronefall.
Yeah.
It has to look visually appealing because it's
Yeah.
literally based on a game that's very visually appealing.
Well, look, there are like few things on the internet that some people really like it. Honestly, I could play a long time without spending a penny. If you're a DC fan, this game is a great addition to your mobile games. I mean, okay, whatever. But then there are people saying this feels lazy. This is, I just found myself constantly hitting the screen and not have a clue of what's going on.
I think like the simplification went a little bit like
Yeah, it's too
Not-
simplified.
yeah, the simplification went from simplification to genre mashup because we have Frozen City style idle onboarding with Frozen Shelter visuals. Then we have AFK Journey like squad RPG combat. And on top of it, we have 4X. I wouldn't even call this 4X. This has 4X elements.
4X from Wish.
Not even 4X for Wish. It's just like like Salt by guy, like a little bit of 4X. You
Yeah, okay.
sprinkle it in.
Okay.
That's it, basically. Because I can't do that 4X thing that like you just walk on the map and destroy the people immediately. You even need to wait for these trials, and like you can't really, deploy your wallet effectively.
There's people that say if you aren't into State of Survival, which is another game from FunPlus, right? Or those pay to win base builder games, these won't do anything for you.
Anything is pay to win in this thing. Even this is pay to win. It's just that like that's much less spend depth in my opinion, or for now, or I haven't seen it because of course we have the gacha. So like let's say this is the gacha, the one of the lesser one where we have this or whatever. We get like lots of heroes, and then we have the main gacha. Where was it? But that's why those these coins, because DC fans are going in, which are used to like premium games. Yeah, that's normal.
And also, this what we have to say. This is Android, iOS, and PC.
Yeah,
don't forget about
PC
it.
client.
The PC client. So
we got the Batwoman.
Object
Catwoman,
Awful is amazing.
Yeah, so that was there. Like, let's talk a little bit about their like on Rails gameplay because this is also interesting. So this is when the tutorial starts and like the whole thing kind of goes there. This I think is a great simplification, like good thing, because I was like, oh, this is the map. I can walk around the stuff. No, you can't.
No, of course not.
You just press this button. The character walks by himself. Then like you see, by the way, on top basically this is your on Rails. Like it's Capybara Go basically. It goes from left to right, even though you're walking on the isometric map. And you like click on these things that are just speck of currencies that you can get. So you get there, and then there's some events and there are some battles, and that's it basically. It's just like glorified skill check or like damage check or whatever check. It's nothing you can really like. Everything is on rails basically. It's not like on a real 4X game where I can choose like, okay, I don't like this guy, let's attack him, and I can do that. Or I want this monster to die, or I want this resource to farm, or whatever. You don't do these decisions in this game. So,
are you criticizing this game or not? I can't really tell.
I'm not criticizing.
I don't think he's criticizing.
No. I'm
just
asking because it's like I'm just a bit confused. Like if you're
I'm
agreeing
just saying
with
they
this or
built
not.
it differently, but I think at some point they went from simplification, they stray away from the 4X formula too much.
Oh, okay.
Because let's say stuff that Top Girl does very well is that they still retain the map. They simplify the soldiers. You have the girls there and like everything there. But these guys went like, let's simplify, and by the way, let's do like squad RPG, like much more heavier squad because the spend depth on those heroes is like giant. You have like 4 or 5 progression layers of like main character upgrades, then there's like inventory upgrades of all the skills, artifacts, then there's like skill trees, then there's special skills or what. Like, yeah, they're definitely like money sponges, and you can spend a lot of money with them, but you can lose those. You can lose those as in soldiers in a normal 4X game.
So what is the sync then?
The heroes.
Heroes
are heroes and the buildings.
Okay.
So the shelter. But the heroes are like gacha based heroes. This should be gacha driven. But yeah, I'm not really very positive
so what
about
we're
this
seeing
thing
now
staying
is
on.
400k. It's not gonna go up.
Yeah.
Based on the spend depth. So that's what you are saying.
Yeah. Not based on the spend depth. Based on the thing that okay, maybe there will be a spike if they introduce a new exclusive character,
Which
like
they will.
whatever.
Which they will, because they said they will.
Of course they will, because they have like a
They have to.
roster.
They
Yeah,
have to
they have a
if there's-
roster here, and like those are pretty
Ooh.
good, like DC characters and everything. But still, like, at some point they're gonna do like 5 iterations of Batman or whatever.
Yeah, the
The usual.
the usual
so-
lazy. Like,
Well, not really lazy, but they're gonna run out of those. Like DC doesn't have that many heroes.
yeah, I know, but it's gonna be what, like purple Batman, red
Or whatever,
Batman, or whatever
billionaire
else.
Batman, or
Yeah,
I don't
billionaire
know,
Batman. Okay,
Batman Forever.
fine. Robert Pattinson, or whatever was his name, as Batman. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I think we'll need to talk about this more during the UA section. Like for
Really?
me,
Wait.
Well,
UA? What do you need if you're doing UA, Mathieu, and you don't want to pay for it yourself?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
you
Actually,
mean Batman?
because
Batman will pay for it?
Batman will pay for it because Batman partnered with PVX Partners and they partnered with us because PVX Partners brought you this episode because it's simple as it's most effective credit line for marketing. If you're scaling your game, you want to scale it like Batman or Robin or whoever from the DC universe, PVX is partnership here for you. No equity dilution. We can repay as you get paid. It's flexible, fast, and fully tailored for your growth. You can secure the funding in 30 days and get the term sheet in just 24 hours. So don't wait. Take control of your UA and without giving away a piece of your company. pvxpartners.com. They can help you scale your game and your game business. Thank you very much. Let's get back to this episode.
Yeah.
Scale it like Batman.
I think Batman won't be able to. Even Batman won't be able to scale this.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's the idle mechanic here on top, where we have these soft currency generation buildings.
Okay, fine.
We'll get to it.
I
That's
can't continue. I can't say anything. It's not gonna get any better than scaling like Batman.
Yeah, so we have the idle mechanic here for soft currency. Then we have some other soft currency or whatever currency mechanics here with like vein steel for the steel, then some microchips. This is our usual upgrade tech tree. Yeah, like bread and butter stuff. Like nothing really has been changed there. So they have it all here. Yeah, the war room is basically the main building, which takes like, you see, 20-hour timer. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Why are we looking for exactly that 20 minute timer?
No, like
What are you
just
talking about?
the coding like was there. The interesting part, they also have much less currencies because they also simplified that. So if I go here into inventory, there's like specific minute currencies for every single type of timers, and like there's nothing here. There's just these drones, and obviously the drones increase time. So if I go here, I can use drones to like move 74 minutes or something.
You speed up the construction.
Yeah, I speed up 74 minutes. Therefore, all my drones are gone, and now it comes to
Gone in 60
Money.
minutes. In 75 minutes.
yeah, because you generate drones actually here, and you just like again like cutting spend depth basically from the game. Like cutting spend depth. Like I know that it's simplification and everything, but it's just like
You can't simplify that much.
yeah, like I like. And the other part is that these are the modes. Yeah.
Can I just ask as well here, right? Because another 4X game we reviewed quite recently was Age of Empires, right? And basically, we weren't. Do you think this has higher spend potential, or will do better
Age
than
of
Age of
Empires is
Empire?
high spend potential,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Age of
Yeah,
Empires.
but terrible marketing.
But won't help both of them. Yeah, I'll have the comparison here. I'll show you the let's say the shape of a Western forex and the shape of a Chinese forex. You understand? Yeah. Then we have all the bars with the bundles and rewards for you to go check the bundles, and like the usual forex monetization of everything, all the fun gems, whatever. Like they have it all here, all the events, the event calendar. Yeah, this like first 7-day event, some whatever events there, and like this usual kind of stuff, which
Some
is
whatever
promo
event.
stuff. Yes, this Superman's gacha now, so I think we can even like try him out or whatever, invite friends stuff. They have like a lot of things they have done very well, and it's like standard Forex bread and butter. But the problem is, Guardian Challenge. I think that's the one. Yeah, see, it was register. This is the other problem. Like for this like whole PvP thing, you see, you need to register 3 days ago. Then the city war happens like on 12, and now it's 13. It's just that it's this kind of weekend cycle. I think I saw this in Rise of Kingdoms when we were playing it, but it was just like additional mode to the actual map. Like still the most stuff happens on the map itself, which is you just don't get that immediate itch of like people, steamrolling all over you and like teleporting to your guild's base and like all that stuff. It's just like all taken out of this. This is more of a like much
Maybe it
more
shouldn't
closer.
maybe it shouldn't be a Forex.
Yeah, it's kind of because that's my thing here. That I'm guessing that they're hitting Forex CPIs without
Yeah.
the Forex.
They got the IP. Everyone knows Batman.
You
I'll
really
show you.
overestimate. You really overestimate the IPs
Batman.
in even Batman. Yeah, I mean DC is nice, but I don't think like, that's
This
gonna
is in
help that much.
Crisis.
Also, look, we talked about Marvel Snap. I've seen those CPIs.
Yeah.
It definitely helps, but not as much as you would think. Seriously,
What was it? What was the CPIs on Marvel Snap again?
I can't tell.
Oh, okay.
It's nice, but it's not life-saving. It's not something
Yeah,
that is like
not
scaling the
like-
game constantly.
Like 100%, like
So okay,
discount on the
hypothetically, let's
CPI.
say I had a game that had $50 CPIs and I stick IP on it. Would I expect them to have a $40 CPI, a 35, 45?
Depends on what kind of IP you slap on it. If you slap
Let's
DC, I
slap
would
on
say
some
from
DC.
50. I would say from 50 is maybe 35 for 40.
Okay.
Which means we still didn't help ourselves because the moment you scale it up, it goes back to 50.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it doesn't really scale that much if you look at the downloads. That's the thing.
What is
first-
downloads?
It's
Well,
DK, and first is India, and then second is US, and
it's
second
India?
is US. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the last 7 days or whatever.
Okay.
So,
you
I
wish
mean-
you had some ads. Actually, no. 12,000 downloads is nothing.
See,
Man,
like
they
it's
can have
7,000
that.
it's 7,000 instas from US. It's not really cheap. If it was cheap, it's way more, man. It's way more. And they then ran out of featuring, which was there for the launch. So now it's just like
Yeah. It's like
it's
digging your own grave.
very
face.
sad slope for for
I would
snowboarding.
love to ski down that though.
Yeah,
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But you still don't know how much this costs, this whole slope to build.
I mean, I know it was pre-registration, like 10 million pre-registration for a month, and then there's a featuring. Thank you very much. Bye. I mean, it's that
There's
simple.
DC cut in it. Don't forget.
DC cut in the pre-registrations? No.
No, in revenue.
In revenue, yes, of course.
So it's made 10 mil.
Before we get to the numbers,
Yeah.
I'll show you. Let me just finish the feature set. We have Fallout Shelter style Frozen
You haven't
City
finished
hidden
yet?
onboarding. No, not yet. Then we go into this like on rails, whatever clicker.
I mean,
style
you basically
Capital.
said it 5 times.
Yeah, just like
Recap.
recapping.
Okay, recap. Okay.
Then we have this like weekend PvP Forex part, which in my opinion is horrible. I know it's simplification and everything, but it's just like it's just you get the worst part of the Forex and you leave the best part of the Forex, in my opinion. And then there's the idle mechanic here for the shelter stuff, which is just some kind of a just currency thing. And of course, the heart of the game is the squad RPG with all the characters. And as I said, they have like very, very big progression spend up here with like upgrades. They are shard based, so we need like multiple copies of those. Of course, we have the gear. There's like a legendary gear that's just even scalable by itself. There's the skill tree that we have here, and I don't know where I saw it, but somewhere there, or maybe just only some characters has the skills there. I think I saw it in the collection somewhere. Where is it? Here we are. Probably I just don't
Who's
have this
the
feature.
lizard? I don't
Global
remember
skills,
that.
yeah, this one. I don't know even what this is. Global skills collection. Oh, yeah, but again,
Tap the
some
button.
other collectible that I just don't have access to probably because it seems like upgrade or unlocking or upgrading these will have like global.
Yeah, isn't that like what
Character,
Archero
effect.
has or Capybara Go has?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like that overall thing. Like you need. It's basically the feature that is incentivizing you to upgrade everyone because they give you passive bonus to your whole collection. Yeah, that's there. So one more progression layer, but that's there. Yeah, so no hospital, or let's say you have this medical bay, but it's just like a whatever version for Wish for this like stupid stat, like this Frozen City doesn't help anything. So there's no hospital, there's no soldiers, there's no spend up for the soldiers, there's like no timed currencies, very few like resource currencies, no persistent forex map, or let's say there is persistent forex map, but you get to affect it once a week or whatever.
Is there beef going on in your guild? Look at that.
Where?
Root to who?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What?
In
Yeah.
your guild?
Yeah, it seems that there's beef.
Beef.
Yeah. Oh. Hello.
I know how this diplomacy crap works. Just because I didn't respond was odd choice of words. The timing of how long it had been spoke for itself low. Bye.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
guilds always end up with beef. That's what they're for, and that's why this whole core is so sticky, man. Because people like this crap. Yeah. So if we look at the numbers, this is this. Here we are. So the download curve is like shark fin. It's just like typical shark fin. The revenue curve is pretty stable, but we know that forex games or games this kind of heavy on feature set have very stable revenue curves, even though they're long dead, like we seen with Empire Strikes Back, or what was the game?
Empire Takeover.
Empire Takeover. Yeah, when the game UA was turned off and the game was making like half a mil a month for I don't know what. Yeah, we'll get back to it, but it's very sticky because like let me show you the active users. Like, so these people, like, they will just stick with it because they already invested so much money into it until their server collapses or whatever and they switch to another game. But it's like only downhill from here. Because if we check Age of Empires, this looks very, very similar in the shape and like how this whole thing looks. So if we go here into downloads curve, yeah, again,
I would not like to ski down that. That's too difficult.
Yeah, that's too
the
steep.
abyss of sharks. You don't go there. Revenue, again, it's very steady, but on a long curve, eventually it's gonna hit very low. And active users is basically the same. It's just gonna be lower and lower and lower and lower. Like... Eventually, it dies.
What's the overall revenue? Sorry, for Age of Empires?
€7.
No.
No, it's not.
46.
50 mil.
50 mil, which is, I mean, it's not bad, but for Age of Empires type of IP, that's terrible.
It's not profitable.
Forex,
it's hard to say, right? Yeah.
I don't think so. Forex games are benefiting that much from good IPs. Just saying.
Sure, but still, like, I mean, you would expect more.
They need to be wider. Like the total addressable market of their funnel need to be wider.
Go wider?
Yeah. So
just buy
to
the
show you
shake,
how
man.
I think it should look like, if like we're looking at the scaling Forex, it should look something like this. Hello, King Shot. So we see the downloads.
This was the Triceratops. Increasing Triceratops.
I don't think it's Triceratops, man. It's either dinosaur. Nothing else.
Whatever. It's scaling up. It's hitting like 200K downloads a day. Very healthy mix, as you'll see, with US being the first. Yeah. So no India in the first place, even though India is probably somewhere here.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
But it's still not even top 10, so that's great.
Doesn't matter. And
and if we go revenue, if we go
that's it.
Slow hockey stick, the usual Chinese slow hockey stick there, with again US leading the pack and active users.
You can argue the Dark Legion is on 400K as well.
Yeah, but these guys are going up, they're going down. That's the difference. Or
no,
like
they're not going down. It's just stable. But
they'll go down.
It's a different shape of curve.
If I do this, like it also looked like it was stable because it's just different.
This doesn't look stable at all. It's just going down.
Okay, maybe I just like.
In your face.
Let me just cut it.
In
How
your
long it is?
face.
Let's do the thing properly.
You guys are
Let's do the thing
singing and
properly.
getting excited.
Yeah. I know.
We could be reviewing a puzzle game right now, guys, with ads. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Which we did, and it went live on Monday.
Yeah, we did.
It's an interesting story. Right, yeah.
See?
Okay, that's pretty good.
Voila.
Okay, that's pretty good.
See? Looks exactly
I'm
the
with
same.
Jakub.
Yeah. It looks exactly the same.
But it will go downhill. I can assure you of that.
I hope so. It's still
King
winter.
Shot.
We can ski on that.
So King Shot is a Century Games example of like healthy forex scaling up. Another example is Last Z, which again
Whoa.
is scaling up
Jesus.
with something like 100k downloads a day, and revenue is again going up very steadily, 350k a day.
Jeez.
This is our shout out to our OnlyFans, whatever Last Z mashup that we that we reviewed already. You want to go see it? Look it up on the channel.
Yeah.
So the portfolio of FunPlus, unfortunately, is going currently into heavy decline.
I was gonna say for your soundbite, is FunPlus in a crisis?
Not gonna be much fun after this episode, I guess.
It's gonna be fun minus.
Fun minus. And Century Games is the biggest reason for this, right? And River Game.
Most probably, yes.
Century and River Game, they're like dominating the forex genre now. But the thing is that you see, if this is the best that they were like the trump card that they were kind of holding on, like I would still like expect from them to double down on some of those like C-based forex games that they have there.
C-based forex, but even the Sea of Conquest has that Fallout Shelter type of thing in the game, right? So I mean, I guess they have to sound like the way of like how they do things. We should actually go into FunPlus portfolio and just record an episode about like how the fuck they're doing things, because apparently it's something different than the rest of the crew. Although it's one big family.
To be honest, like if I look at the game currently, they're taking the tricks from Century and River Game, and they're kind of following them, not like leading them. And to be honest,
I didn't say they're leading them. It's just they do things differently.
Of course, they have that like State of Survival, like their whole peak when they were doing like I don't know
2020. Who cares?
2021, like we're doing like 90 mil a month. Yeah, it's
7 lives ago.
Yeah, 7 lives ago, exactly.
And a couple more left.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I don't want to click this graph again because you can just put all the River Games games into one graph like sometime. Basically, what I'm saying is that their new games are generating already 30% of the daily revenue. Like the Dark War, the Last Z, the Top Heroes, and all those games are scaling up to nearly $1 million a day compared to Last War, which is like 4.5 million a day. So they're super healthy, and all these other kind of forex people are getting pushed out.
Yeah, because King of Avalon is fucking like a long, like an old game. State of Survival is also quite a long old game.
Yeah, that's all old. Like we'll see. Even Stormshot, I think. Like how's Stormshot on separate curve?
Stormshot. Oh yeah, okay.
Because I thought Stormshot would be like bigger.
No, it was doing like 5 mil a day, 5 mil a month when we talked about it when it launched.
10 mil. August 2022.
When it launched,
10 mil a month. Now it's under
5
mil a month.
Going the same direction.
Are there really some nice UA creatives that we can look at?
DC?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, you go, Mate.
You go. You go.
Go, Mache.
What do you think?
My Facebook feed spam with a little bit of.
Oh yeah, man, I like it.
DC creatives.
Yeah, me too.
Dark Legion.
Me too. And they're really doing quite an interesting things. So this is your Batman Who Laughs. No, like seriously.
Yeah. That's right. That's how
I think it was where it was here somewhere. When they released this, it said that's the biggest villain. I was reading somewhere. Also, they released the game with 50 characters, by the way. That's what you didn't mention, and then
That's standard
idle for
minimum
launch,
for
yeah.
like a gacha
and they
based
set up a pipeline to add more continuously.
RPG.
So I think we are gonna see more of these. The game was in the soft launch for almost 2 years, by the way. I mean,
Really?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure like where. Yeah, because okay. So early marketing, they announced this game in July 2023, which they have the Face of Darkness, like the first look at Dark Multiverse plot, and then like first playable game was July 2023. So it was all in the soft launch. Anyway, yeah, they have pre-registration February to March, which was where do I have this? Actually, before we go, look, it's like opening the pre-reg, and here, where did we see here this? Unlock rewards for the whole community: 1 million weapons, 2 million green mother boxes, 5 million champions gift pack, 10 million 10 draws from the gacha pool. So there's Squadbusters. When they launched and they had this pre-registration campaign, they also had these milestones for millions of pre-registrations. Anyway. Here. Okay. So, let's see. Here, I don't really want to see you. Okay, so right now they have all the channels basically. So, which is nice. It's static images, and here, this is very, very fresh.
No.
What do you
Is he
mean?
gonna be
No?
chased like a snake?
No, of course not.
No, man.
No. It's not gonna be. It's just a snake.
This is typical FunPlus creatives.
Yes, exactly. It's just DC.
They have this like Fallout Shelter style creatives in both Sea of Conquest, and like everywhere. Like guy goes and build the whole thing in like 3 seconds. Yeah. They have this.
But
that's their main concept.
Yeah, but they have also this playable, which is exactly the same. I mean,
This is FunPlus bread and butter creatives. Like if Matty now pulls in State of Survival, like those will be exactly the same, I think.
I couldn't hear anything. It was just so fucking loud.
Yeah, I'm saying that if you would pull on State of Survival, these would be probably identical concepts.
Yeah, we can go there as well. We can go there as well. It's a lot of different static images, which is actually something I like. But then
why do you like that for this?
Why do I like that? Because it's a variety of different concepts. So you have videos, static images, and then playables. They have all of these. And on Facebook, especially, the static images are still kind of working well. This is their main guy for like almost all the different UGC concepts. They have it's UGC and the static image again, and it's quite easy to do. Also, there's a lot of static images that was working well for Marvel Snap, so I think like it's kind of borrowed from there. You have all these different DC. Yeah, I mean, yeah, come on.
Chainsaw.
Sorry, I can. You can try. There you go. Yeah, I mean, they have lots of different concepts actually. I mean, at least the creative depth is good.
Or maybe it was the other way around, and Century took High Seas Hero style Fallout Shelter from FunPlus.
Yeah, because this was in the.
Yeah, I'm checking the videos, and it's already in 2023.
There you go. I see it. I told you. So it's very. I mean, I'm not sure like
release date.
Yeah, it was High Seas Heroes release date is very recent actually, but we don't know how long it was in the soft launch. That's the thing. But look at this. Ooh, yeah. Good old Robin. It's fishing.
Jaws, basically.
Yeah, of course. Hello. Ooh. Let's save
temperature. The temperature thing, man, like freezing everything is just like you freeze the CPI.
Families. You freeze the family.
Freezing Batman, freezing families, freezing whatever,
everything.
Just lower CPI.
Yeah. I wish.
Because everyone can relate to it.
Yeah, I wish. Who will say ooh. So they have all these different hooks, and it's just. I mean, it's
bread and
same
butter
thing.
Fun Plus marketing.
Yeah, same thing all over again. Which is DC character saving, putting into Fallout Shelter, and then working with characters.
Yeah, High Seas Heroes launches like January this year, but we can now. But it
Just-
makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, it's
Frozen
as
City launch.
Frozen City launch is 2022, I think, if I remember, because 2023 or 2023, I guess. It was 2023 was the Whiteout Survival in December, and we talked about the Frozen City, I think, just
Frozen
before
City
that.
is December 2022.
Okay, so
it means that they took probably Fun Plus took the from Frozen
City. Yeah, okay.
When they slapped it in Whiteout Survival.
And then they slapped it on Whiteout Survival. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So look, it's.
Hmm.
I mean,
Fun Plus.
see, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely Fun Plus.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this literally is their like engine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they just switch
the characters.
The characters to DC. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is State of Survival. This
is
all
their creatives engine.
I mean, well, you build templates on the product side, but also on the UA side of things. Because why not?
But if they have this, like, why is it not scaling up?
Because it does. I mean, you just said it. You just said it. The spend depth is not that great. So I mean, most probably just the revenue.
So even though they have
up.
probably pretty good marketing, it's not good ROI.
That's my assumption. Because
so it's
if you have, I mean, I would say it is, or it will be at some point. But yeah, I mean, you see, like all of different concepts. It's Jesus Christ. Thank you, Superman. You have the bomb. Fuck off. Oh, it's actually pretty funny. I like it.
Fun Plus characters are always super funny. That's all the zombies and the girls
exactly.
Yeah. Girls defeating zombies and then building the whole base in 3 seconds. Like it's always that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good. Let's just go to my favorite section, which is the Facebook, which is always the best thing ever. So we have all of these. You know what? I'm just gonna go here and put all the creatives because I want to see the videos, because they have this one a long cinematic. Which
have you seen any AI?
This one. Any what?
Any AI?
No, I haven't seen AI. This is their cinematic, which is 1 minute long, and it's actually pretty cool. I have all the DC characters, and the
it's basically
Earth is infiltrated. Yeah. It's like all these, like, look, oh my God, someone is actually attacking Earth, and now like they need to kind of defend it. So, but this is good. This is something that works for this like Marvel IP, not Marvel DC IP, but also Marvel that worked quite well. So this is the same thing, because I saw, if I remember correctly, there was a very good one of the videos that Marvel Snap had. It was America Chavez and all the different heroes actually fighting. Was it Dr. Doom, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was back in the days. So, I mean, this is 1 minute long, and yeah, there you go. Batman Who Laughs. So what we don't see is, by the way, the PC revenue.
Yeah, I think it could save the thing.
Look. Whoop. It's Joker Granny.
With the smelly bomb.
With the smell bomb, yeah, of course.
It has to be kryptonite bomb, because it's, destroying Superman.
Oh, there's one. Yeah, exactly. Of course it is. There's one other creative where he has the spear with kryptonite. So, maybe I'll find. Oh, this is also pretty interesting.
Oh no, Clark Kent.
No, that was Detective Gordon, man.
Yeah, it was Gordon.
Was it?
Yeah, because he put up the bad signal.
Yeah, the bat signal and also I think his mustache and
Yeah, signature
Glasses.
mustache.
yeah, signature mustache and the coat.
Yeah,
So
coat
come on,
also.
come on. I mean, yeah. So all the different things as we discuss. Oh, this is the spear. Oops. Here. The kryptonite
That's from the
spear.
movie. That's from the movie. Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, I mean, in terms
Same,
of UA
same,
and
but
marketing,
different.
yeah, same, but different hooks, different things. But I mean, the core elements are the same, but then slightly different, right?
I think it's much better than Age of Empires
Oh, yeah,
going
okay,
on
of
retro
course.
gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because they know what works, because they have already like few other games in these categories.
Okay, I'm a little bit more optimistic after the UA review.
You literally what?
Little bit more optimistic that the
Okay.
shape of the like downhill curve is gonna be better.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. It should be.
But I don't see still scaling it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have 7,000 installs in US, it doesn't really scale anywhere. But look, it's like all these different videos. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The UA is very good.
It's really, really, really well made. Really well made. So then the question is exactly like why don't they
Why
scale?
don't they scale it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But also maybe it's the IP depth, man. Like DC is not that popular as Marvel.
Sure, still, even if it's not popular, you still, if you have more revenues or high LTV, then you scale.
Yeah, I know. Matt.
And this help. Yeah, exactly. CPI versus LTV. That's it.
If it's not scaling, it means math is not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they
pretty
would be
much.
doing it.
Otherwise, it would be.
Very easy check.
Exactly. That's my whole point. Something doesn't add up here. And here we go. Okay, so I think what did I want to say?
Wow,
I
that's
think
really cool creative.
yeah,
No.
it's like they have all these like different creatives, and it's pretty good to be honest.
It's all the same concept. So you put them in the hospital.
Still, yeah. But they even they even had like some YouTubers, but it was just a promo, and then there was a YouTuber who had like 200 views. It's like, guys, we have more views. We have more views on the podcast. We are not really creators, so that was quite funny. I don't want to even show
We're
you
not
that.
creators. Wait, what?
I mean,
We're doing
fair
3
enough.
videos a week, man.
No, but we don't have consumers as main audience.
Yeah, that's the point. So that was the point. Yeah, I think that's pretty much
Is
it.
enough creatives, huh?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so my guess is like this basically goes to the same bag as Age of Empires Mobile, which is just it's going to generate a lot of revenue, but it still won't even approach anything in Century Games or River Games
Oh
portfolio.
no, of course no. That's
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
I
Won't make
don't
a dent
think
in the category share of Forex, let's say.
the classic. Yeah, nice. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's this can compete with River Game portfolio or Century Games portfolio.
Yeah, and they don't even have IPs, man.
Yeah, I mean, they have other things.
Yeah, they have AI only.
Infinite spend depth. Spend depth. And yes, AI. I mean, can you look? I'm always working with different companies, small, mid-size, and big ones. Small, mid-size, AI, sure. Big companies, no. Legal department, AI, it's tough. So, and here you have even like IP holder. It doesn't really go well with AI.
Won't happen.
It doesn't really go well with AI. So there you go. Okay, I think that's it. That's enough.
But the iteration is nice, but I still like the Top Girl one much more.
Sure, because of the OnlyFans.
Top Girl doesn't have even the only Top Girl's OnlyFans shit.
Okay,
like,
sure.
they
Okay, fair.
generate random images. But the thing is that without the persistent map, or at least approach to persistent map, this is like too much streamlined. In my opinion, the map is the only thing that matters in Forex. So if there's no map or no persistent map, it's really kind of toothless.
And you know what else matters? you guys joining the Slack channel or sharing your comments in the YouTube section or just subscribe and share the podcast because we love you. Thank you very much for listening and see you next time. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Cheers.
Oh.